Okay, we are live. And I'm going to put this in the link so ladies, you can join finding ingredient replacements when cooking to make it healthier. Okay, that is really, really helpful. I will actually make a list. Maddie, will that be great? Will that be helpful for you to have if I make a list of what the ingredient might be that's not so healthy and then a great reference substitute? Okay, I just put the YouTube link. If y'all will click on that. And let me know. And then I'm going to go over here to some questions. Because you're also able to ask me questions on YouTube as well. So. And then I'm going to go over here to some questions. Because you're also able to ask me questions on YouTube as well. So. Okay. So, hey, Claudia. Claudia, if you will click the link, and Tracy, click the link in the comments and join me over here on YouTube. This is a new feature. Hey, girl. This is a new feature we are using in the Proverbs 31 community, and I'm just so pumped. So tonight is going to be a really, really short lesson, but it's a question and answer. So we had some questions come in this week, and I want you to be able to ask me questions that maybe you've been thinking about, like when it comes to nutrition. Like, what is the one thing? Maybe if it's your prayer life, or maybe if it's your fitness journey. You'll be good for a week, and then the weekend comes and you fall. Or maybe it's snacking, or whatever it is. If you will leave those questions below for me, and as well, those of you on this live session, just leave those questions in the chat feature so I can answer them. Two questions that came in earlier this week are, what is intermittent fasting, and how can it benefit me? And so I wanted to start there. I've been doing intermittent fasting for almost a year now, and I'm loving it. So intermittent fasting is an eating pattern where you cycle between periods of eating and fasting. Numerous studies show that it has powerful benefits to your body and your brain. And I'm just going to make sure. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? And I'm just going to make sure. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? I'm just going to make sure. Can y'all hear me on YouTube? Okay. I'm pretty sure I can hear me. So, intermittent fasting. Where were we? So, there are 10 evidence-based health benefits of intermittent fasting. Number one, Intermittent fasting changes the function of cells, genes, and hormones. This is huge. When the body doesn't eat for a while, several things happen. For example, your body inundates important cellular repair processes and changes hormone levels to make stored body fat more accessible. Here are some changes that occur in your body during fasting. Number one, insulin levels. Blood, and Tracy, this is going to be great for you. Blood levels of insulin drop significantly, which facilitates fat burning. But it can also stabilize it. So you just have to know your window and know, okay, are you going to fast for 12 hours or are you better at fasting for 18 hours and eating in a 4-hour window or a 6-hour window? Listen to your body. I think that is key. Listen to your body. Okay, number 2, human growth hormone, HCG. The blood levels of growth hormone may cause an increase. Higher levels of this hormone facilitate a fat burning and muscle gain, has numerous health benefits. So doing a fasting helps balance out your HCG in your body, which therefore gives you the fat burning mode instead of burning sugar in your body. So it'll put you in a fat burning mode. Cellular repair. The body induces important cellular repair processes such as removing waste material from cells. Gene expression. There are beneficial changes seen in several gene molecules related to longevity and protection against disease. So it's really, really great for longevity and protection against disease. Many of these benefits of intermittent fasting are related to these changes in hormones, gene expression, and function of cells. Bottom line is, when you fast, insulin levels drop and human growth hormone increases. Your cells are also, they're more responsive. Number 2, intermittent fasting can help you lose weight and belly fat. Many of you that are doing this, we have a goal we want to do. We have a weight loss goal. We have a spiritual health goal. We have an emotional and mental health goal. We have a goal. And I have been clean eating for 4 years. And I used to eat 6 times a day. I used to eat snacks in the middle of the day. And now I eat minimally. Like, I've had a shake today and a meal and a water and lots of water. But my meals were so nutrient dense that I didn't need to eat 6 times. Does that make sense? Will y'all comment on Facebook if that makes sense? And will you comment on YouTube if that makes sense? So generally speaking, when you intermittent fast, you will eat fewer meals. Unless you compensate by eating much more other meals, you will end up taking in fewer calories. So therefore, you'll lose belly fat. Additionally, intermittent fasting enhances hormone function to facilitate weight loss. Lower insulin levels, higher HCG, increased amounts. Hey, Stephanie, welcome. Increased amounts of a chemical that helps to increase the breakdown of body fat and facilitate it. It uses, this chemical is needed. It's called norepinephrine. This helps facilitate what the body needs to convert the food into energy. In other words, intermittent fasting works on both sides of the calorie equation. It boosts your metabolic rate, increases calories out, reduces the amount of food in, so it's a win-win. According to a 2014 review of this scientific literature, intermittent fasting can cause weight loss of 3 to 8% over a 3 to 24 week period. This is a huge amount. This is a huge amount. The people also lost 4 to 7% of their waist, which indicates that they lost lots of belly fat. And that's the harmful fat that's in the abdominal cavity that causes disease. One review study also showed that intermittent fasting caused less muscle loss than continuous calorie restriction. All things considered, intermittent fasting can be increasingly powerful if you use it correctly. If you know how to use it correctly, it's wonderful. I'm gonna let you process that for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So bottom line is intermittent fasting helps you eat fewer calories while boosting your metabolism slightly. It's a very effective tool to lose weight and belly fat. So intermittent fasting can reduce insulin resistance and lowering your risk of type 2 diabetes. So Tracy, this is great information for you. So with type 2 diabetes, the main feature is high blood sugar levels in the context of insulin resistance. Anything that reduces insulin resistance should help lower blood sugar levels and protect Okay, I'm back. So I don't know where y'all lost me at. Are y'all still live with me? If you're here, will you just comment that you're here so I know you're here? I just started sharing that intermittent fasting does help benefit if you have type 2 diabetes. So intermittent fasting can reduce oxidative stress and inflammation in the body. Oxidative stress is one of the steps towards aging and many chronic illnesses and diseases. It involves unstable molecules called free radicals, which react with other important molecules like protein and DNA and they damage them. Hey, Dana, welcome. Several studies show that intermittent fasting may enhance the body's resistance to oxidative stress. Additional studies show that intermittent fasting can help fight inflammation in the body, another key driver of all sorts. Bottom line is, studies show that intermittent fasting reduces inflammation in the body and it burns fat. So that's key. That is really good key. Intermittent fasting is beneficial to your heart health. Studies have shown that intermittent fasting can improve numerous risk factors for heart disease, such as blood pressure, cholesterol levels, triglycerides, and inflammatory markers. Intermittent fasting induces various cellular repair processes. When we fast, the cells in our body, they initiate a cellular waste removal. It's a process called, hang on, I'm going to let y'all think on that really fast, and I'll be right back. Yep. Come in here. Go sit with me. Okay, I got a little buddy. So intermittent fasting helps with autophagy, which removes material waste in the body. This is really helpful because our body hoards a lot of waste. And so if we can remove that in a natural way, our bodies are going to thrive. Intermittent fasting will help prevent cancer. It's good for your brain. It increases growth of new neurons and protect the brain from damage. I thought this was really interesting. Intermittent fasting may help prevent Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease, it's one of the most common neurodegenerative diseases. And so there's no cure available for Alzheimer's. So preventing it from showing up in the first place is critical. But a study showed of rats that it did intermittent fasting may delay on the onset of Alzheimer's and reduce its severity. Cases, a lifestyle intervention that included daily short-term fasts were able to significantly improve the memory of the brain. So it helps brain function and memory function. And one of my favorite things, and I'm going to go get the book in just a second, but one of my favorite things that I have learned from intermittent fasting is the fast results, right? We live in this fast-paced world, and we want results now. It's like training for a race. It's training for a marathon. It's training for something. This is what intermittent fasting is. It's a lifestyle. I have dropped significantly, and I broke a plateau when I started intermittent fasting. Members, if you have questions or if you're not sure a time frame for you to do intermittent fasting, please just comment below. Hey, Ashley. And talk to me about what you're thinking, what your questions are when it comes to intermittent fasting. I'm going to let you all think on that, and I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my book and explain the breakdown that this is math, and I don't do math. So I want y'all to just bear with me for a second. I'm going to go get my keto cleanse book, and I can show you what you need to do to come up with your own formula if you're waiting for your book to arrive, if you haven't got your book. So just be thinking about those questions that I just, not questions, those thoughts and facts that I've just shared with you. So be thinking about that, and I'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. Come on, buddy. You gotta go get a book. What are you doing? My couch here. Okay, come on. We gotta go get a book. Are you gonna be my helper? Hi. Are you my helper? Look. This way. It's this way. Come here. Come here. No, not that. This way. Come here. Come here. Come on. Okay. We are back. So if you have not ordered your book, this is the book that we go through together. Oh, yeah, you can have that. You can just on the couch. Put my earbuds back in. I love this book. This book goes with my plan. If you have not ordered it, go ahead and order it. You've probably seen me share a lot of recipes. Like the food is so good in here, but we only have 2 minutes left. And so in these last 2 minutes, I want to share with you with the intermittent fasting, because there's a math equation in here. Of what you need to know. Okay, here we go. Okay, so depending on how many calories you need a day, I'm going to give you an example of a calorie range. And Lisa, you asked me this question. You asked me what percentages, how do you get percentages for your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins? And this is that equation for you. So you're going to do for your fat per day, you're going to do calories times 0.8. And I will give you all an equation on how to get your calories for the day. Or you can save a step and use MyFitnessPal, because MyFitnessPal is great because it goes in there and it will calculate it for you. So if you want to have me help you do that, we can do a one-on-one consult and I can help you do that. Or you can go to MyFitnessPal and answer some questions, and then they fill it out for you. It's great. So you're going to put your calories in per day. I'm going to give you an example of a 1,400 calorie. Thank you. So you're going to do 1,400 times 0.8 divided by 9. Let's say that again. Hey, Amy. You're going to do your calories for the day times 0.8 divided by 9. And that is how many fat grams you need for the day. For example, 1,400, if that's your mark, you need 124 grams of fat per day. If you are eating fewer calories, then you just adjust it accordingly. But MyFitnessPal is great for that because it actually tracks it for you. So a few of you have asked me about how to calculate that's for fat, how much fat you need a day. A few of you have asked me, bye-bye. Thank you. A few of you have asked me how to do your carbohydrates, your fat, and your protein. So let me share that with you, and I will share it in the links below. Yeah. Let me pull up my sheet. And I love this this particular system to do it because you literally put in your daily calories. So, and you can pick high carb. I don't know any of you that are on high carb in here, but you can pick high carb, moderate, a zone diet, or a low carb. So I'm going to hit low carb, and I typically eat 1,200 calories a day. And it also has helped me fit my calorie needs for the day as well. So I will put this in the link. And so what I'm going to do is take this fat all the way up to about 80%. And let me turn this around so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the macronutrient calculator. I love this system for this in particular. I don't think I'm able to screen share. Yes, I can. Here we go. Okay, so, put it back. Okay, so I will share this link of where you can go, but it's the macronutrient calculator. And I usually eat about 1,200 calories a day. So I'm going to put in there, I'm going to calculate that. And so you can change these. If you need help finding your calorie needs, you can do that. If you have questions, ask me. But you can change these. So I like to do like 5% carb. Oh, thank you. You're going to massage my feet. And 80%. Y'all, this is like, I have to share my son with you because he literally massages my feet. I don't ask him to. He is definitely, his love language is acts of service. Okay, so I'm going to keep my carbs at 5%. I do really well in low carb. And I'm going to take my protein down to 15. And I'm going to keep my fat at 80. So this is kind of where you're at. And you can print this out. You can screenshot it. It's just great because it gives you where you need to be. And Lisa, I hope this helps answer your question. So what I'm going to do is turn this back around so you can see me. And I'm going to put this in the links and I'll tag you in it. So that's a great tool. The other question was, The other question was, how do I know when to pause from a workout? Great question. Like if you're sick or if you're injured, listen to your body. If you are injured and you feel any type of straining, if you have any swelling, inflammation, any water retention, if you can't move, what are some others? Listen to your body. If you have an injury where you can do yoga, perfect way to use the Beachbody On Demand and use the yoga, the beginner's yoga for that. And so listen to your body is key. So if you have an injury, make sure that you're talking to your doctor. That's really, really important. We like to self-treat, right? Or get on Google. Make sure you're talking to your doctor, because if you do have an injury and you do something that is going to make it worse, then you're doing yourself more harm than good. So talk to your doctor. Yoga is great. The Beachbody On Demand, your programming has a beginner's yoga feature in there. So it might just need a little TLC, a little love. So you can do lots of light stretching. And if you have questions, ask me. Post it in the group, because more than likely, if you have this question, one of your friends in the group probably has this question too. So use that chat feature. And then if you're sick, if you're running a fever, or if you have bodily fluids leaving your body, you don't want to work out. But if you have a cold, if you have allergies, all of those things, you're fine to do a workout. So, but the key is listen to your body. Know what your body needs. And one more thing before we go. Do any of you have any questions? Members watching live, members watching the replay, please leave your questions below so I can help you. Here is the link, and I'm going to post, and I will tag.
No, yeah, me.
And I'm going to tag Lisa in this.
Yeah, Mom. Mom.
Okay, so I think that answers everything pretty efficiently. Maddie had a question at the beginning, and her question was finding ingredient replacements when cooking to make it healthier. I'm going to make a sheet, and I'll probably do that on Saturday. And thank you. And I'll have that for you to reference, and that'll be in the file section of our group, so make sure you use that. Ladies, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And tomorrow we will be doing clean eating on the keto lifestyle, purpose, and why fitness matters for our mental health. So if you can't join me live, don't worry. There's always going to be the recording. So I know I'm meeting you at different time zones in the world and different lifestyles and seasons. So can you say hi to the members?
Hi.
And say hi over here. We're over here too. Oh, we're all tangled up. We're over here. You say hi.
Hi.
Such a good boy. So thank you so much for joining. And thank you for your questions that came through.
Hi.
And I'm so glad that I was able to answer them for you. So I hope you have an awesome Thursday evening.
Hi.
and I'll talk to everyone soon. If you have some more questions, please send them to me via our group. You can just tag me in it with the question so I can answer those efficiently and effectively in our teaching sessions. So thank you once again, and you'll have an awesome night.